Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks Futures and Forex Market Preview for the rest of the week, Thursday the 18th and Friday the 19th of March 2021. It is triple expiration on Friday, so we expect that to be dull, just like last Friday with the quarterly contract roll. But, we just got past a Fed meeting, so that kind of squeezes us between a couple of boring days and what should be the more exciting day of the week on Thursday. But we'll talk about what that means because it's possible the options unraveling is already done, but we'll look at that in a minute. Here's the ES front month futures contract. This is by the way, the Forex stuff, there's nothing to talk about. It's boring. So here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market in futures form, all-time new closing high on the daily charts. Crude oil up a penny to 64.61. Again, as the economy starts to heat up, the oil prices go higher. Gold up 21.90. Off the lows, there's no signs of inflation here, though, if that's what that is. S&P cash, which the market gapped down, but it closed positive after the Fed announcement, so S&P up 11.41. Again, like I said, this is a new all-time closing high, just barely on the S&P. NASDAQ 100 up 50. Not near highs right now because some of the key techs have been getting beat up a little bit lately. The SOX up 37, the 13 sell signal worked, hit the red static trend line, bounced off that, now heading back towards highs. That's very technical for people that understand how the markets work. Biotech's up 31.27. Not near the highs. A lot of room left to go back up there. Actually, if you look at it, the high was 5,500 and the low was 4,500. That's a pretty big swing. That's a 20% drop over the last month, and then it's bounced back a bit. Russell 2000 up 16. 13 sell signal in place here the other day. That's fine. The VIX closes down 56 cents. Again, markets are, that's not exciting from the VIX perspective. There's no signals or anything I would be using to get wrapped up in VIX trade calls like we usually do. I need the VIX back down in the mid-teens to start to look at that. And unfortunately, it's been over a year. So we had this huge run, made a lot of money on the one back in January of 2020 on the VIX, but now it's been almost a year, over a year. And there's just nothing to see here. Trend closes at 0.54. That's low. One of the lowest readings of the year. Puts the 10-day moving average at 1.01 because of a couple of high readings. They're not dropping off the 10-day moving average anytime soon, so we probably won't see anything change there. 5.5 billion shares on the NASDAQ. It was actually 5.1 at the close, so there's a little bit of extra trading in the post-market. But again, with the Fed announcement, even though the market spiked, as you'll see in a minute, not really that interesting. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ plus 819, advanced decline ratio on the New York plus 380, 504. So more stocks up than down. Google loses $1.67, which isn't the end of the world. Still stuck up in this high range base up here. Apple down 81 cents. Nothing here at all. This thing's hard to trade anymore. Netflix up 41 cents. Still sitting inside the 4th of July candle, as we like to say. Amazon up 43.87, still sitting inside the 4th of July candle. Think about that. So you're talking about 8 months later. Tesla up 24.93, and that's fine. A little bit of a bounce off Tesla as we head into triple expiration on Friday. By the way, there's some real interesting data on Tesla in terms of the put call ratio going into this expiration. Like double the puts to calls have been the numbers on the current expiration, but when you get out past Friday's expiration, it's more like 1-to-1, which means the puts alleviate a lot. So somebody was betting hard on the downside of Tesla over the last quarter, and they got it right. And you got 2 days left till that's over, and then they aren't there anymore. Facebook up $4.73. So still holding up about where it was back in August, start of August. Zoom up $1.57. Nobody really cares. Goldman Sachs up $3.24. That's near the all-time closing highs. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down $1.02. So again, the bonds continue to sell off. The Dow up 189 points. That's a new all-time closing high. First time over 33,000 on the Dow. Bitcoin, yeah, that's right. We cleared 60,000 again, or almost got there, and closed at 59,499. Now, if you look at the intraday action, 5-minute candles, here's the problem. This is the Fed meeting stuff, right? So you look at yesterday, we kind of gapped up a little, didn't do anything, pulled back a bit. A little more interest there. But today's the actual Fed announcement, so everybody's waiting for the Fed. So what did we do? Gap down, and that's fine. Dead flat for hours, untradeable. No point. A spike on the fact that the Fed said what? Nothing's changed. We're not doing anything different than we already said. No rate hikes until 2023 is what they currently believe. And that's fine. And then a little jiggle, and then went back to highs and tested Tuesday's highs at that point, came back a bit. So it's an interesting day, but it was all late. Now, is that options unraveling? Who knows? Here's the NASDAQ side with the 13 sell signal at the top on Tuesday. Again, same thing, gap down, tried to go higher, came back, dead flat. Fed announcement comes out, spike, double spike, came back a bit. And the funny thing is, where did we close? Barely above where we closed yesterday, right? So that is not super exciting from that perspective. All right. Let's be clear about what's left for the week here in the U.S. We've got the weekly initial and continuing jobless claims numbers, along with Philly Fed Manufacturing Index at 8:30 a.m., CB Leading Index at 10, Natty Gas at 10:30. And then on Friday, there's almost no data, nothing here in the U.S. Core retail sales out of Canada, so to me, light. But remember, again, that's triple expiration. So if there's a chance this week, if there's still a chance for options unraveling, which I think that might have happened in the move late today, but if there's still a chance for that, it's Thursday. If there's a chance for movement, it's Thursday, Friday. Likely going to be a bust, just like last Friday, because it is triple expiration. So we will have to stick to very good chart patterns if they trigger, and any futures trading, because that's always a different story. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken the trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Thursday, Friday, and a good weekend.